Well, just briefly, because I have talked to Dr. Welsing sparingly down through the last few years. Since 2007, really, we have kept very, very, very little contact. So I only talked to her in passing. But it appears that she was having a health problem, according to what she was telling me, because of her housing situation. Now, that's how she explained it, without going into too much detail, but she said that there were some problems she was having with where her house is concerned and where it's located, et cetera, and that as a result, it was affecting her health. Now, in a broad sense, I always say, anytime in the system of white supremacy that a black person is having any kind of problem that that black person should not have, it is the fault of the white supremacists. Why do I say that? For a very logical reason. They are in charge of everything. They're not just in charge of some things. That's what white supremacy means. Now, there are some people say that there's no such thing as white supremacy. The people who say that, well, then that's their opinion and they're entitled to it. But they can't have a very lengthy conversation with me on that premise, because I've already taken the premise that the existence and all of the 9 areas of activity that black people, the people of this planet, are engaged in: economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war, is all, not some, all dominated by what decisions people who believe in white supremacy, not all white people, but those white people who believe in something called mistreating people based on color, called white supremacy. That's what it is. They are in charge of every move that black people make on this planet. That statement is either true or false. But I say it's true. That's what white supremacy means. It's not something over on the side of the road. I hear black people sometimes say it, I ran into racism this morning. What do you mean? You were born into racism. That's the premise that I take. Now, that's either true or false. And I say it's up to people to decide themselves as individuals whether that statement is true or false. You're born in racism, and every move you make is dominated by racism if you've got color in your skin. That statement is either true or false. Now, Dr. Welsing, I believe, had the same view. So there's no point in talking about Dr. Welsing's legacy if you don't root yourself in that view, because she agreed with that when I would talk to her. So it is very, getting back to this particular thing about her death, of course, the white supremacists would have something to do, either directly or indirectly, even if it was nothing but stress, which is probably brought on what she died from, allegedly, from a stroke. She died suddenly. Most of the people who contacted her, I've talked to just prior to her death, said that she seemed a picture of health and really very upbeat. But she also had said to me that she was having stress problems. Now, stress, I have been told, I don't know much about it, can sometimes cause a stroke.